Well, welcome back, Air Gunners. This is Zach from the Shooter Zone, where we are always staying on target. Well, I was looking for a compact scope the other day, and as I was browsing through the endless supply of them, I came across this one from CV Life, and it is a 2.5-10 power compact scope, and it has a 40mm objective on it. So it's a good kind of standard size compact scope. I would say probably maybe just a hair more as far as power. But we're going to take a look at this and see what we have here. Now, just so you know, I've kind of already cheated. I've already taken this out of the box, and I've already put it on one of my rifles. And how else am I going to tell you how good it is if I haven't done that already? So this unboxing isn't really an unboxing. It's a re-unboxing, we'll call it. But let's take a look at this anyways. Alright, so first off, the boxing on this, or the packaging, is very good. It's a good, sturdy, hard box. This is what you want. So this way the scope doesn't get any damage in it traveling from one place to another. So that's always a plus. We'll put that over here for now. And this is basically the inside of the box. Comes with lens caps, which is always nice. You can see here that it also is supported by foam on both sides of the rifle scope. Again, I'm turning this both ways because I have a camera over here too, so if you see me doing that, you know why. Alright, we'll pull this out of the bottom portion of the box. Okay. There's the scope, pretty much. Just so you know, this scope does also come with a laser, which is really nice. I've tried this out, and it actually works pretty darn good. It either comes with the standard push button in the back of this right here that turns on the laser, or comes with this nice little pressure sensitive switch. And so this little piece just unscrews from the back. You screw this one in, and now it's pressure sensitive as far as your trigger for turning it on and off. Also in the box, we get a little cloth to keep the lenses clean. We get a little Allen key to make the adjustments on the laser. Here we have the laser adjustment left and right. On top, it is up and down. Pretty simple there. Comes with batteries as well, which is always nice. You don't have to run out to the store and get them because there's no batteries in the box. Comes with one battery for the laser, and also this requires one battery for the lit reticle inside. The reticle is either lit green or blue and has different varying brightnesses as well. So it also not only comes with the one battery, but it comes with an extra battery. So that's always nice. Again, going kind of to this side of the scope, we have the turrets. Obviously, turret on this side is left and right. Turret on top is up and down, just like every other scope. But also underneath this turret, depending on what you're using this on, it does have a bullet drop compensator. And basically this is set up for if you're using like an AR-15, that's what they figure the power at. And then it'll go in 100-yard increments. You know, if you're shooting at 100 yards, you have it set to 1. Get everything dialed in. The theory is if you're shooting to 200 yards, you switch it to 2, 300 yards to 3, and so on and so forth. And that's supposed to, in some way, at least correct somewhat of the bullet drop from that. But you know, in saying that, it doesn't necessarily have to be high-powered rifle or rifle. It could be used for air gun too. If you want to play around with it, you can figure out what the bullet drop is or the pellet drop is, the slug, and a certain amount of distance, and see if this compensator actually helps out with that as well. I haven't played with it too much, so I'm just keeping it on the one and using it right now, but I've only had this for a day. Alright, so again, on top here, we have the ring that turns it from the 2.5 power to 10 power. Obviously the The eye piece here, you can move in and out to adjust to your eye to make sure that the reticle is clear. And it comes with, already mounted on it, 20mm Picatinny rail mount, which is nice. So I mean, this lens in this scope pretty much comes ready to go. You don't have to worry about getting anything else. It comes with everything. Also inside the box is obviously the instruction sheet, and I'm sure you'll find a lot of useful information there. Just another piece of information, just so you know. Field of view on this is basically about 11.5 feet at 100 yards. So again, nice 10 power scope. 10 power scopes are great for any range, really, from 15 or 20 yards, you know, all the way out to probably a couple hundred yards, depending how big your target is, obviously. But again, it depends on how good your eyes are and how good of a shot you are, I guess. For me, that's about what it is. For some others, you know, it may be used for a lot longer distances than 200 yards. All right, so that's what we have there. Also, again, I had talked to you about the laser. This laser is nice and strong. We are going to give you a little bit of a video of it tonight and how it works out at nighttime. I could tell you this about it. This is said to work up to about 300 yards. Now, I haven't tried it out to 300 yards, but in my backyard, I've tried it out to about 100 yards. And I could tell you that it's a nice, clear strength. Again, lots of power, 100 yards, no problem. It puts a nice dot right on it. This is a green laser, just so you know. I think it works really nice in comparison to a red laser for some reason. It just seems to really work better in darker situations, for me anyways. But again, they say it can work up to 300 yards. Again, it works so well at 100 yards that I don't doubt the 300 yards. All right, that's what we have right there. Again, just so you know, I had mounted it up already, and I did a little shooting with it yesterday, and I could tell you this. The optics on this are nice and clear, even at full 10 power. Not that 10 power is really that strong in comparison to some of the scopes that are out there today, but I've had 3x9 scopes that, you know, are really kind of fuzzy around the edges. But this one is clear from center all the way out to the edge. And so that's really, really nice, because that tells me that they put a lot of time into the lens construction on this and making sure that the clarity is as clear as it is. All right, what else do we have to say here? You know, the caps on the turrets, obviously, they just unscrew. When you unscrew them underneath, this is what it looks like on that side. So you don't need a little coin, or you don't need a screwdriver to do that. And on the top here, it has one of the little finger configurations that you use to turn it left and right for up and down. Again, this is pretty straightforward. I mean, no rocket science here. There's a little tip I'll give you on this for setting up the laser. What I do is I sight it in for whatever yards I'm going to sight it in for. We'll just say it's 50. Sight it in for 50 yards. You know, you want to run some rounds through there, excuse me, to make sure that it holds 0, and this one has held 0 perfectly. And then from there, what you want to do is this. Once you're zeroed in at that yardage, then just move left and right and up and down the laser as you're looking through the scope until they come perfectly in the center of the crosshairs. Then you know at that distance that not only your scope is zeroed in at that distance, but also your laser is zeroed in at that distance. All right, so that's what I have for you right now. What we're going to do is, once it gets a little bit darker out here, I'm going to show you some footage of the laser so you can see that. But my opinion of this, honestly, so far is that it's a great scope for the price. And it's actually a better scope for the price, I think. Again, because of the clarity in the lenses looking through this scope, to me it seems like it's probably a great value at the price it's at. Also, what I want you to know is this. Again, anytime you're using scopes like this, you know, again, you just want to make sure that everything is set up perfectly and everything is holding zero. Sometimes when you first put on a scope and you have it mounted, it's not necessarily uncommon, depending on what your scope rail is made out of, to the next day maybe, you know, just re-tightening it down to make sure that if there's any play in there, that you continue to take the play out and check center again, check zero again. Again, once you do that a couple times, typically it won't move again. But I found sometimes, especially if the Picatinny rail is not made out of aluminum and it's made out of a plastic material, which some of these rifles are made out of, again, it'll give a little bit sometimes. So check the tightness, make sure it's tight again to the rail, recheck zero, and again, you're ready to go from there. Again, this thing has not moved. So my suggestion on this, or how do I feel about this scope? Again, I think it's a really good deal. I would have no problem purchasing this again. And again, I have no problem also suggesting it. I have people all the time asking me, what's a good compact scope? Just had someone ask me the other day, and I told them, give me a couple days, I'm getting ready to review one. And I would say this is a nice 2.5-10 compact scope. So there you go. Again, we're going to have some footage of tonight, and once we get through showing you that, then I'll be right back. So hold on. Well, all right, I'm back. Again, hopefully that came up well in the nighttime images, that you can see how clear and how bright and how powerful the laser is. Again, it works extremely well, and I don't think you'll have any issue with it, especially out to that 100-200 yard range. I also just installed for you, just so you can see the pressure sensitive trigger for this. So you can see how that works again, and typically you would just adhere it however you want, double stick tape or whatever, to whatever point in the rifle you want to put it at, so this way it's easy access. That's the cap I took off from that. And so that's it for this one, folks. Again, CV Life compact 2.5-10 40mm front lens objective, and it is a great scope for the price. You can find these on Amazon. I'll put a link below, so this way you have a direct link for that. But if you're looking for a compact scope, go and get it. It's well worth it. All right, until next time, please, if you haven't subscribed to this page, click that button below, and we will be back shortly, probably in the next week or so. I have a couple rifles, I think, coming in, and we'll give some reviews on those. So, till next time, be safe, shoot lots, and we'll see you again soon. Take care now.